Hello and welcome. I have Amrita with me. Congratulations, Amrita. You qualified your NET exam in management in June 2019. And not only that, you qualified your NET in commerce in December 2019. That is such a huge success. Please tell us, how are you feeling?
I feel great about it. It is an achievement that I've always wanted to, look forward to. So I was able to crack that, and I'm also waiting to crack other, nets for other subjects as well. So that is my aim. But due to COVID-19, everything seems to be kind of, delayed.
Great, great. And tell us more about yourself. Where are you from, and where are you working these days? Which city are you residing in?
I'm actually from Kerala, and I reside in a city called Kochi. I think it's very pretty known to everyone in India. So yes, that's where I work as well.
And as far as I know, you are in the teaching profession. You're a lecturer and dealing with a lot of subjects in various colleges. So tell us about how you manage your time while working in as a freelance lecturer, working in so many different institutions and managing a house and your kids. Tell us, give a glance of your time management that you did.
To be frank, I was working like 6 to say 10 o'clock. So I would get time from 11 p.m. So from 11 p.m. I would at least, dedicate 2 hours or 3, depending on your mood and your situation of your health and how tired you are. So I would spend a lot of my time, during those hours. So if I get time in the morning, I would do that. But usually mornings are usually preparations for my, I had to prepare for my son, to go to school and all that. So I would spend at least 2 hours, minimum 2 hours on a daily basis. Yes, definitely we have other things coming in, but I would try to keep myself busy. And studying like 2 months before just doesn't work. You need to have that fire way before that, way before 2 months. I would do that like 3-4 months before I would start, but the last 2 months would be very hectic because the first 2 months is to get used to the subjects that we are into or which we need to prepare for. Now, since my job is into teaching, I used to pick papers that were connected to the NET syllabus. So if there is financial management, then I would be teaching that. Economics, I used to teach economics. I used to teach economics for 11th and 12th because I do online tuitions. So that was easy to crack economics that way. Accountancy was another paper that I used to teach. So commerce was easy for me. It was easy for me to teach, to crack commerce because of that. Then we had papers like marketing. So marketing and HR was something which I used to find kind of difficult because of the terms and the jargons that we need to actually know and understand the concept behind it. So that was just a challenge, those kind of things. But finance papers, economic papers, organizational behavior, these are papers that I used to take up and teach. It was a way of, and then I used to study as well. So it was easy for me to crack management. And I used to prepare notes. So these notes I used to prepare especially for paper 1, I used to create notes. Paper 2, I didn't create notes because I was into teaching and I'm into teaching. So paper 1, I had notes, especially Indian philosophy, teaching attitude, research. So all these I had to prepare separate notes, universities, these kind of things. And then I used to go through so many YouTube videos, so many people lecturing on a particular subject. So I am a good listener. So that way it was easy because it's like someone is teaching you. So it is always going to be there in your head. It was much easier, and you can download each video, and whenever you feel like when you're sitting in the bus or you're traveling, you can listen to that. It's not going to charge you any extra penny. So it was easy that way. So that's how I used to prepare the 2 months before the exam. And NET Commerce, I didn't do much of preparation because it was just a 6 months gap. I had to just do a revision because I don't think there is much of a difference between management and commerce. Not a huge difference. So that way it was simple.
I think well said, because management and commerce subject, I think 15% or 20% is what is different in both of them. And
yes.
And that time management you just talked about was, I think, very hard to achieve after such a long day and dedicating those 2 hours at the end of the day must be hard. And now I'm going to jump into the subjects. As you told that some subjects were easy for you because your
Yes.
specialization was finance. So
Yes.
Other subjects like HR, etc., your strategy was to pay less attention to them or even more
Yes.
attention to them. What was your strategy?
I was just focusing on things that gave me more interest. Like if HR was giving me, because I don't have time, time is the constraint. So I used to just go through overall, but I never used to spend much into it. I didn't have the time. I mean, those who are working in such, lots of hours, I don't think it is practical enough to spend a lot. And my interest is not HR. My interest was finance. So it naturally happens that we tend to move towards that. So I spent, I think I would say, whatever time I had, I spent around 60 to 70% on paper one. So HR was just going through. And if you understand the concept, okay, even the weak section becomes easy. You have to just relate it. Don't mug it up. Relate to the situation. And to crack the question, first of all, you need to get rid of the fear in you. So all the time, whenever I used to attend prior to these, I had attended many times before I cracked this last year. But always there was this fear in me whenever I attended the question. So the last time when I wrote the exam, especially net management, the fear factor I had, say 30%. So I believe even the next, maybe when I'm going to attempt my net in economics, it will become even much more easier, comparatively. Because when we're reading a question, the twist is inside the question. So just go to the answer to the question. You don't have to pick up from things that you learned, and then connect it to the dots there in ABC. You look into the question, think about it, then pick the answer. And you can eliminate those answers first that doesn't even connect to the question itself. Then it becomes easy. And believe in the answer that you take. That's another thing. Because we always juggle. There will be two answers that seem to be right, always. So you will have to understand your concept well. And it should be clear. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes. And as you mentioned just now that when you qualified the exam, this wasn't your first attempt. So
yes.
Apart from the factor of fear, which you explained, what were the other things that you changed in your strategy that led you to this success this time when you finally qualified?
I used to delay my preparations. I used to do it in the last 2 months, thinking that last 2 months would help. But last 2 months never used to work for me because my son would go sick, I would be sick, I stay with my parents, they would get sick. So something or the other would happen. Okay, so it never used to work for me. So when I started way before, especially paper 2, you can start way before. Paper 1 for me, since I had to learn so many new things and changes were also there, I put it towards the last 3 months. But 2 months, you have to be very systematic. You need to crack it because it's very repetitive. The preparation is the same thing. That's one thing I did. I started a little early, not late. Earlier, I used to wait for the last 2 months. It doesn't work with net. You have to start way early. If you are a married person who has so many roles to play. So that's one thing. Second thing that I did, I started to prepare notes for paper 1. So that at least 2 weeks before I could refer to those notes. So I used to do that. So it's like you don't have to write an essay, but you can just give small points under whichever head. And that's what I used to do. And there would be sections like research methodology, which we will find it easy, or teachers' aptitude would be easy. But Indian philosophy, there are so many things that wasn't easy for me. So there I used to mark it. Maybe I used to do a little more revision. So you know where you're going wrong. And another thing that I did was any new topic that came, I emphasized more on the new topics because there is a higher chance for them to ask that. So that's what I did. And I don't think the questions are repetitive. Okay, so I didn't, I don't know whether it's right for me to say, but I'm really sorry. I didn't look into the past question papers. I actually didn't have time for that. I was just going through the syllabus. I was sticking to the syllabus only.
Before we conclude, Amrita, I would like you to share 2 tips that you think would help anyone who's preparing for management or commerce net exam. And what would those tips be?
First one, stay positive. Okay, that's the main, what do you call, catalyst that pushes you on. I'm not being philosophical, but that's really important. And second thing, fear will not get you anywhere. So eradicate the fear in you. So ultimately you become positive. So this is totally connected. So that's, I would say, club it into 1 point. Second thing, if you're a married person with lots of tasks in hand, you should at least stick 2 hours in a day. That's what I can say. You can at least give in 2 hours, but the 2 hours should be productive. That's it. As simple as that.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing those insights with us. And it was lovely talking to you, Amrita. And we wish you all the best for all your future endeavors like net, economics, etc. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Garima. Thank you, Garima.
Thank you.